Italiano, hey, hey, mambo. Mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up a Siciliano. All you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with a hey, mambo. Don't wanna tarantala, hey, hey, mambo.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Hacienda. Rivet here. Glad for you to join me in the kitchen. We are going to make those Risina De Trasiorfino beans, cowpeas, into Venetian style rice and cowpeas. Now, this is my first harvest of cowpeas, which I put in my August garden update. This morning I got the second jar, and there's still a million pods out there, so I'll get easily double this amount. Not bad for 2.5 rows of cowpeas, 25 seeds I think. Anyway, this recipe is from Venice, and it calls for fish stock, 4 cups of fish stock. So I realized I didn't have any fish stock in the freezer. We normally make our homemade stocks. So I'm going to show you quickly how to make fish stock. In this bowl we have 1 onion, chunked up, skin and all, 1 carrot, 2 ribs of celery, the bottom ends of parsley, and then I was looking in my garlic bowl, and I found a few odds and ends of garlics floating around, so we're going to throw those in there too. And you want to throw in the paper, the skin and all, because that's going to give you the flavor in the stock, and it's going to add all the nutrients. Now, you can't have fish stock without fish, right? So here we go. I got some tilapia. I got a 2-pound bag. There's 3 whole fish in there. Not bad. I got this for about $3 at Walmart, so you can't argue with that. Now, what's important, if you're going to make homemade fish stock, you need the fish that are whole. If they're scaled, but they got the heads, they got the tails, and they got the fins on there, they're obviously cleaned and gutted, so you don't have that. But the reason why you want the skin and the head and the tail is because that's going to add the flavor to the stock, and it will also add a little bit of the gelatin that helps give it a little thickness, okay? And we're just going to boil it all together for a couple hours till everything falls apart, and then we're going to strain it, reduce it a little bit, and we're there. Alrighty, we want to start out with cold water in a stock pot. Here I've got 6 quarts of cold water, and you want to add your ingredients in there and then turn it on. So here we are, putting in everything that I just showed you, and now come the 2 fish, and you just shove them in there like that. Don't worry, they're fish, they like to swim. Alright, in they go. Okay, so now we are going to turn it on high, and we're going to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to lower the heat, and we're going to simmer it for probably an hour, 2 hours maybe, until everything falls apart. It's all just a mass. Then we're going to strain it, skim it, and throw away all the solids, and then reduce the stock. Alright, here we are after about 2 hours of simmering in the pot. Everything's nice and broken down. Everything's good to go. This is smelling absolutely delicious. Alright, we're down to about 4 cups. Let's get cooking. Okay, what we have here is the ingredients for the final dish. We got the 4 cups of fish stock. Now, I refrigerated this overnight, and normally you can defat it and skim it, but there was so little on the top that I didn't. I mixed it in, and remember, fat is flavor, so you want some of that. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 cup of arborio rice. You can pretty much use any rice, I'd guess, but the arborio is going to give you that nice creamy risotto consistency. 1 medium onion, diced. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of chopped parsley, and then a little bit more for garnish. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to need 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, and we have our 2 cups of Risina beans, which we are going to put in a bowl, like so. Now what we'll do is we take our 2 cups of Risina beans, and we are going to just cover them with boiling water, like so. And we're going to let them sit there for about 20 minutes so they partially cook. Alright, after the cowpeas soaked for 20 minutes, I drained them, put them back in the bowl and set them aside, and we've caramelized the onions. Then we add the cowpeas, the caramelized onions, and 3 cups of the 4 cups of fish stock, which I will do next. Okay, once that's all mixed in, we're going to cover them and cook them for 20 minutes over medium heat. Okay, after about 20 minutes of cooking over low, the cowpeas are almost done. I've added the last cup of seafood fish broth, the 1/4 cup of parsley. I'm going to add that much salt, and the cup of arborio rice. Now we're going to mix it up real good, and we're going to bring it to boil, and then we're going to turn it back down to low, cover it, and cook it for another 15 minutes or so. Alright, here we go. About 20 minutes of cooking. It's kind of like a little bit drier than I thought it would be. It's supposed to be soupier, but oh well. Anyway, we got to add the Parmesan cheese at this point, 5 ounces. Okay, the cheese is in there. Now we're going to mix it up. I tasted it for flavor. It needed a little bit more salt, so I added another teaspoon. Okay, we got some gooey deliciousness here. Let's go ahead and put some in a bowl and do the taste test. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be served, in a bowl, garnished with some parsley. So let's give it a taste. Ooh, it looks so hot. Oh yeah, it's creamy. Those cowpeas, wow, very rich, creamy, buttery flavor. They're not as sharp as American cowpeas, black-eyed peas. They can be a little bit sharp and strong sometimes. These are nice. They're rich. They got a nutty flavor. That is very good. Definitely a plant that's going back in the garden next year. These are delicious. Risina De Trasiorfino, and this is Venetian style Italian cowpeas and arborio rice. Very, very good. All I need is a glass of Chianti. I'm gonna set. That's some good stuff. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. The recipe follows.
Mambo Italiano, hey, hey, mambo. Mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up a Siciliano. All you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with a hey, mambo. Don't wanna tarantella, hey, hey, mambo.